I think then the next part of your first question was then what am I sort of hoping to achieve now that I've been elected? I mean, Buckinghamshire Council in terms of climate change, because that is why I was aiming to get elected, is to get a lot more action going on climate change and on biodiversity and nature. We are one of the most delayed councils in the country. So there are 126 councils in the country who actually have declared a climate emergency and set a 2030 net zero target. Now, they may not make it, but they're going to try to get there and do their best. There's others at 2035, 2040, 2045, and we're stuck right at the back with 2050. And we really need to be moving that forward and to getting things done. And the hope is to bring home to the Conservatives, as they are leading, without any question, Buckinghamshire for the next 4 years, that we need to step up the action. And it's not just on climate, it's also on biodiversity. We've had a huge decimation of our pollinators, our bees and our butterflies over the last 50 years, and that's very, very damaging and potentially extremely dangerous. And we need to step up the work. Now, all Conservatives all around the country have been moving things forward, including the national government, but some are doing a lot more than others. So there are, I think it's 17 Conservative councils of district and above, so including unitaries and counties and cities, that have picked a 2030 or an earlier target and are trying to get their area to that target. So it's not that Conservatives shouldn't be doing it. And in fact, we go back to 1989. I mean, Margaret Thatcher made effectively the first big political speech to the United Nations about the climate. And Margaret Thatcher was urging urgent action on it. And she, of course, is one of the few leaders we've had who was a scientist. So she actually knew what she was talking about and understood what the scientists were saying. I mean, she was a degree in chemistry. So this is Conservative territory, which to some extent in the recent past has been a little bit considered to be territory from the left. And what we need to persuade all of our Conservative councillors now in Buckinghamshire is not only is it super urgent, but this is not an area just for the left, it's an area for everyone, but the Conservatives have a great heritage in taking climate action, and we really need to get it going now. So my hope is to be extremely collaborative. Being an independent, it means that I'm not tainted, if a slightly negative way of looking at it, but I'm not tarred with the brush of one of the parties. And it's certainly something that I'd like to be working on and have the opportunity to work with the Conservatives to move it forward.